with Elliot, who's going to chat to us about motorsport.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
So the Motorsports was yesterday.
Yes.
And it was a Lancaster win.
It was.
How do you guys feel about that?
We're very happy with it. We thought going into it was going to be a difficult fixture, but quite happy with how the team did. So
could you give us a bit of a brief about what it entails?
So it's as opposed to sort of the whole of motorsports, it's more karting what we do. So we go to all sorts of tracks across the country, compete against sort of other unis. So we were up in Cumbria yesterday, up at the Rower circuit, and obviously competing against York, which we won. So.
Okay, cool. How did you get into that? Because I feel like that's quite you can't exactly just casually pick it up.
So I sort of got into it maybe about half a year before I started uni. So I went to just sort of the local track, had a go. I think it was a birthday party. And then I loved it. So I just thought, well, I'll keep doing this. Obviously came to uni and there was a team. So I thought, well, I'll have a go at joining it.
Is it the kind of thing where they like bus you up to a track every weekend?
Yeah.
That kind of.
So,
is it a very team sport or is it quite solo?
So what we do is more sort of team, as in we have the uni team and we compete for points for Lancaster as opposed to drivers. But sort of on the day, it's very much an individual. There's only one person in the kart to compete.
What?
Sorry.
Sorry. What was the thing that drew you into it as a sport?
It's very sort of demanding mentally and physically. So you've got a lot of adrenaline that goes through you when you're competing. And you sort of can't lapse concentration because if you make a mistake, you go in sort of 60, 70 miles an hour. Wow. It hurts.
Yeah.
Have you ever had some sort of collision?
Yeah, I had one at down in London at Buckmore.
Okay.
That was earlier this year. That was about 60 miles an hour.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was I ended up in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fine. I was fine. Yeah.
How does the point system work then? Is it speed or?
So it depends on where you finish in the race. So the points go 60 down to sort of 20, depending on how many karts are on track. So you have random grid starts. So you can have first place, you can have last place, and then you go sort of the points are scored where you finish.
Okay.
So
in relative to where you started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds really interesting.
That's really
I don't want to pick it up now. I don't know if there's anything near your.
Yeah, I know. Same. I feel. Is it? Do you like? How accessible is it for people? Like, what part of it? You know,
how easy do you think it is?
Yeah. How easy is it to get into it? Yeah.
It's reasonably easy. You can sort of go to a track and pick it up fairly easy, but sort of getting to a high level it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because you're sort of competing with guys that have been doing it since like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Wow.
And so in the uni championship, there's guys that are doing like Formula 3, Formula 2.
Wow.
Sort of LMP, sort of like European champions that you're competing against.
What do you think when you drive? Like, did you sort of go to some sort of like back place in your mind, or do you actively think about every single thing you're doing?
You've got to be fully focused on what you're doing. You can't sort of lapse concentration because that's when the mistakes obviously creep in, and then errors.
Are you aware of other people around you, or is it more exactly what you want to do?
You have to always be, because if you're not aware, obviously you can get into a crash.
Yeah.
And then that's...
That does make sense, actually, yeah.
How do you keep that, like, awareness? Because it must be so hard when you're, like, so detached from people because you can't see them. They're just, like, sort of the cars almost.
So it's a difficult one. You have to have a lot of sort of knowledge about your peripheral vision. So you're always, like, sort of looking around. Because obviously if someone's alongside you and you don't know you're there and you cut across them, big incidents happening.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of use a lot of your peripheral vision, sort of your ears. You can hear there's a cart there. If something's loud coming up behind you, think, right, there's someone coming along. But it's sort of, you've got to focus on what's going on around you as well as what you're doing. So it's a lot of mental drain.
One last question. What do you do to prepare before each race?
So you have to sort of get in the zone, so focus. So definitely sort of, we do a lot of reaction tests before the start of every race. Okay. So like dropping a tennis ball and you've got to catch it. That sort of hones in the mental sort of ability, and then sort of working on like upper body. So like your triceps are sort of the main thing that'll go during the race. If you're doing like sort of half an hour, especially, it's quite draining on the muscles.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, that was really, really insightful. Thank you so much for that, Elliot.
Thanks.
That was really interesting.